Hey beautiful people, this is Aditi. I am going to talk about a very widely talked, very important, but very much misunderstood topic called depression. Depression is very common these days, but then though it's a common sight to see posts on people's Facebook wall that you are welcome, you are welcome to come and talk to me, knock my door and come inside, I'm always available to talk. And then there are things like let's depression, let's talk. And then there are countless many articles online telling you telling about depression, what you must do, what you must not do, and all those things. On one hand, it is really good that people are taking initiatives to raise awareness about mental health. But on the other hand, I feel I, having gone through depression for years altogether because of my condition called fibromyalgia, I personally believe that uh, in the way in which we are going ahead is not very, it's not very good, and it's not going to probably help people who are really depressed. So today I am going to put my my outlook about what it is and how a depressed person can come out of it. So see, if you it's the this video is going to be mostly uh, about the person who is depressed and how they can help themselves come out of it. Because though a doctor can give you antidepressants, the friends can come and poke you about what is happening, please tell us, and they can, behave as if they're helping you, they're helping you come out of it, they're actually trying to understand you. But if you are someone who have ever gone through depression, you will understand that these things never help. I have had countless antidepressants, and all they do is worsen the symptoms. So this, I'm going to give you a very I'm going to put the facts brutally so that you will be able to understand, okay, this helps, this doesn't help. Because I am someone who has fought depression, I am someone who has brought myself back from suicidal thoughts. I have almost this thought of suicide attempt was almost seized me once upon a time, but then I came out of it. And today, like, it's not very far away that I was depressed. It's yesterday, it's today, it's day before yesterday. I'm depressed all the time because I am suffering from an incurable disease. And incurable disease, which means no medicine, nothing helps. It comes, it goes, it worsens, it gets better, and it all gets affected by how you feel. And depression is one of the symptoms, one of the major symptoms of fibromyalgia, among others, which are insomnia, migraine, pain, and all those things. So let's get into it. So see, as I said, doctors, other people, your family, your friends may try to help you, but according to me, it's you who is finally going to take charge of your life and going to make things better. So what happened with me was that I had a very severe disease, and doctors were not accepting that I had, because they did not have any knowledge of what fibromyalgia is. So since they didn't know, they made me feel that, they made me accept that I do not have any serious condition, and made me kind of depressed. My family was not very supportive at the time because I was undergoing something that the doctors did not understand, they did not understand, it is invisible. So all those things together made me depressed, very depressed, to a point that I wanted to kill myself and end everything altogether. But then I will not get very much into how it happened and what all I went through, because if you are going through, you will very much understand it. So there was one point that I thought, one of my friends suggested this book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, Dr. Joseph Murphy. He was a Christian priest, and he has written a very it's a wonderful book about how your subconscious mind holds power a lot, infinite power to change things that's happening in your life. So after reading the book, I got a little uh, spark, tiny spark was ignited in my head, and I thought, okay, let's forget everything and let's do what I can do. You see those dark circles under my eyes? Those are the gift from my depressed days of when I was so badly depressed. I used to cry day in and day out, because there was I felt that there's no one by my side. I'm suffering from a lot of things, and I deserve something better and all those things. So then I thought of taking control of my own life, and I would like to quote this tiny quote by Swami Vivekanand. Uh, Take the whole responsibility on your own shoulders. Create your destiny. So that's what triggered me, kind of. So then I started putting things off. Actually, the problem was that I was undergoing tremendous amount of pain. I could not attend classes, and I was not able to, despite taking a lot of medicines, a lot of therapy, I wasn't able to feel better even in terms of health. So all these things together made me depressed. So then from that day onwards, what I did was I stopped going to classes. I stopped thinking about going to classes even. So one among those three things was cut off. I only had to worry about my health. So now I thought, let me take a break, a small break, which will help me think, like reschedule, resettle things in my life. So after I stopped going to classes, I felt a bit less loaded. So then I started structurizing my day. I started going out by myself. I started going to watch movies, going to eat outside. I did not ask anyone out for help. I just got ready. I used to get ready and then go out, have dinner, have lunch, whatever I wanted to do, and then I used to walk by myself for hours together, and then I used to. That way my day, at the end of the day, I used to feel a bit accomplished. And if you are someone who is depressed, this is all we crave for, a feeling of accomplishment, that we have accomplished something by ourselves. So then I started with all the wisdom that I got from the book, and by spending time with myself, I started feeling something that I need to give back. I was feeling a lot better, a lot better. I started writing on Quora, and on Quora, the topics that I wrote mostly about was self love. That if you really think there are things not going right in your life, you can mend them back on their way by choosing to get things better, get things done in your own way. You can sit, make a list of things that you want to do, and then one by one you can do if you really want to do. So then. See, that's that all those things happen. I don't really recall event after event what happened, but then depression is something that as I said, I even experience now. And today, for example, I was depressed half day, and then when about 3 p.m. I felt that I'm having too much pain, and there's no one by my side, there is nothing going right. I got up, I took bath, and I got ready. I went out. I did not ask anyone for it. I went out. I was just walking, and then I had some snacks outside, and then I listened to songs. I walked for about 4,000 steps, and then I came back to my room. I watched a few TV series. I was watching Two and a Half Men. I watched a few episodes, and then I talked to my mom. I asked about their whereabouts, how things are going on their side, and then That's all. I feel a lot better. It This scenario that I have kept here is much better than what I was before 3 p.m. I was almost crying, head buried in my pillow. I was almost crying that I don't deserve this life, and I was in some way thinking all negative things. And though it is true that the things that are going on in my life, I'm not at all responsible for all that is going that I am going through. But then you are the one who has to change it. Maybe I through my blog, I write on my blog called calminsights.com, and there are many messages that I get every day of people telling that I'm very strong. And from all that they go through, like tiny things, they become very sad. They start blaming God, blaming others for their mischief, all those uh, things that they go through. And then they are like, Aditi, you are going through so many things and still going ahead, still you choose not to give up. And that inspires us a lot. So you see, when I am depressed, I forget about all these things, and I see, and I keep asking myself, what do I do with the strength, what do I do with the inspiring element that I am. My life is hell, so what if others are being inspired by me? So but then there always are positive and negative sides of everything. Your sole ambition should be to concentrate on the positive things and forget about the negative things. If you start doing that, you will feel everything fitting right into place. And then finally, maybe you start coming out of the feeling. And one last thing, I don't think I have made my point here, but then I'm just talking my heart out, if that is allowed here. So see, depression, whoever has gone through depression, I personally believe they are the strongest person on earth. If it's not to brag about, it's not something to brag about, but if you haven't been through depression, you are not as strong as the people who have been through depression, who have fought depression, who have come out of it. Because they have felt that loneliness, they have felt the emptiness, and they have conquered it by themselves, and they know how it feels like. They know the lows, and they are on the ups. So from the journey, from the lows and the ups, have it really demands a lot of things, a lot of sacrifices, and a lot of crying, a lot of many things. It's not very sweet to see, but then it makes you too strong, very 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 strong. And you stay very firm in front of all those people. If something, once you have gone through depression, once you have fought it, you hold that amazing power within you to, okay, let it come, let come what may, I will conquer it. So that kind of thing is only possessed by someone who has fought depression. So it's really a good thing. Please don't feel that you are overburdening someone, or you are please don't feel that way. You have got this amazing opportunity to come out of something that you are come out of the valley and reach the peak. And once you reach the peak, you're going to pat yourself, and then you say that, see, I have achieved something. And then there is only up and up. There is no low after, once you have reached the peak. So that's what. Please comment below if there is anything that you felt. I know this video was not perfect. It was just here and there, things being put here and there. So please comment below on what particular thing that you want me to talk about, because I have been through a lot of things, and that is maybe one of the reasons that I was not able to put things particularly on one point. So I welcome the comments. I welcome your thoughts, and I will provide links of what I have written about depression on Quora and everywhere else. And I still am working on mental health and providing people. I talk. I have given many talk therapies to people who are going through depression, to people who feel that a breakup or not getting a job and all those things are putting them down. So they are the reason why I am doing this video. They have kind of triggered me to do this video to help others that are there. So thank you for watching, and please comment below what you feel.